did my placement as a FTSE 250 firm called Hayes. They're a recruitment agency and they operate internationally. I was based in their flagship office in central London, and I was part of the financial markets department. So my clientele comprised of banks and asset managers. In terms of the structure of my role, I did have very clear KPIs and targets to work towards too. However, the way that I would go about doing that depended on day to day. So I was quite lucky in the sense that I had the freedom to organize my workload in a way that worked for me. So every day could look different. One day I could be focused on doing business development with new and existing clients, and then another day could be focused on sourcing for an important role or just catching up with my candidates over a cup of coffee. I would say my favorite part of my placement was the fact that it was a full-time, fully fledged role. It was nothing like an internship. I was taken very seriously and I really appreciated that. I would definitely say that it's something that caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to jump into the deep end, but I did really enjoy it. I didn't expect the transition to be so big. There was definitely a learning curve. I would say in terms of the first 2 years at Royal Holloway, my studies did help to my placement because they were very related, and I did a placement year in a role in an industry that is directly related to my field. So I would say it helped in that way. However, I do think that having done a placement and now coming back to university for my final year, that has been the biggest help. I now know how to manage a workload, how to prioritize activities, especially if they're time sensitive, and it's just working to a different level of efficiency that you may have never imagined before being in a full-time job. So yeah, I think that's definitely been the number one takeaway. I always knew that I wanted to go into HR, but by doing this placement year, I now know how many different alternatives I have within the field that I'm interested in. And it also taught me a lot in terms of the way that I like to work. Do I work well in a team? What sort of team do I want to work for? So I found out a lot of things about myself, and I would say my future career or where I want to take it. So I think that was definitely the biggest thing that I learned. It can sound a little bit daunting, but we have a year in business department that is with you every step of the way. So tips for students applying, I would say definitely have confidence in your skill set. You must know what makes you a good candidate. Everyone is different, everyone has strengths and weaknesses. So I would say make sure you know what those are for you and why that would help you in the role that you're applying for, why it would make you a suitable candidate or the most suitable candidate in some cases. I would say the earlier you start applying, the better. For some people that's August, for some people that's September, October, November, but I would definitely say it doesn't hurt. But I think one other thing that students can really do, especially at a university like Royal Holloway, is network. I really underestimated the impact that you can have through networking and where it can take you. So I would really urge students who are looking to secure a placement to get involved in as many things or as many relevant things as possible. And then in terms of the next year, that would be your third year, which you would be on placement, but you don't lose touch with the university. The university still keeps in touch with you. They're there for you. Make sure in terms of your mental health and well-being that everything is okay. They do a lot of check-in points as well. And then coming back from placement on your final year, The department are very helpful as well. They're always there if you need support with your studies. And there are also a lot of opportunities as well to help out students who are just starting on the Year in Business course. So for example, I mentor some second-year students who are trying to secure a placement. And yeah, I would say don't stress about it, because the department will help you. They're very, very useful.